Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year 2024. And this is my first video this year regarding qualitative research. And today I'm going to briefly talk about the various sections in a scholarly article. So recently, my mentors and I have published an article regarding residential care facilities for the elderly, RCFE in abbreviation, during the pandemic, for the administrators' feelings and various comments. And here it is. I will also insert this link under descriptions for the YouTube video, which will later on be posted after this session has been concluded. So this article follows through with the previous video, qualitative research, inductive thematic analysis, the various other scholar articles I found, and information I discussed was also regarding the staff and administrators' experiences during the COVID-19 pandemic. So it continues here. It starts by showing the abstract. Basically, in short, I believe everybody has more or less heard about the abstract and how it functions. The abstract is a brief description of the entire paper, either by sections in breakdown or just as a whole. So in this case, it broke down by sections, starting with background, methods, results, conclusions. So especially during a initial stage of an article collection, you want to go through the abstract section so that not too much time is wasted on reading the article. What I mean is a lot of them are not as relevant or just not what you're looking for. For example, if you're looking for staff and administrator experiences during the COVID-19 pandemic in Europe, this would not apply. Some of the methodology background might coincide or be similar with what the European setting would be, but overall it wouldn't be an excellent article, put it that way. If that's the case, then you wouldn't want to go through reading every single detail on this paper, because of course, if you like, if that's your interest, please be my guest. But what I mean is it would be taking too much of your time. So after the abstract, it begins by stating the background. All these numbers correspond to the references later on at the end of the section. That's where I was talking about inductive thematic analyses. Each number corresponds to a different scholar article that we referenced. We have to always give credit and be mindful of others' work so they get the necessary credit. Here, methods, how my mentors collected the data for this research. And results, we specifically stated excuse me, exactly how many responses are from what categories, and how many were non-responses, etc. And then in this section, we broke it down to subsections, for example, staff training and access to resources. We feel that they deserve individual sections to go more into depth regarding the subtopics we chose, as well as confidence in meeting pandemic guidelines. Here, the sentences in blue with the blue line next to it are the direct quotations from the staff and administrators from the RCFEs. And then challenges to staff stress and morale, physical safety, mental and emotional impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, staffing issues, challenges with guidelines in managing the ongoing pandemic. There were a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles and barriers. These staff and administrator, they sincerely felt that way, and genuine feedback were provided to us. We sincerely appreciate their time and contributions. So we can summarize them and eventually come up with this paper. And then factors that helped alleviate stress or improve morale. Finally, there's a discussion section. In this section, usually we talk about areas that have potential for improvement and the shortcomings or various other topics, etc. Or so-called limitations here. As I mentioned earlier, barriers and obstacles. Then eventually you arrive at the conclusion stage. Basically, this stage are the author's thoughts overall for this project. And then the abbreviation section is where you would find acronyms. A lot of times we don't really know what they mean, but they appeared in the paper. Of course, usually we would spell out the full name first, and then the second time we come across the same acronym, we would just use the abbreviations. However, if you forget, you can always refer to this section and see, oh, DSS means Department of Social Services, etc. And then here are the references. So, and then the various miscellaneous sections, which are the norm of the paper contents. So overall, it took my mentors and I a tremendous amount of time, especially when I was responsible conducting the background and results section. When writing it, a lot of time, a majority of time, I can say, was spent on scholar article research, and more depth was discussed in the previous video, which was released on November 19th, 2023. Qualitative research to thematic analysis. So here it is. It's a short overview of a scholarly paper. And if you have questions, feel free to comment or contact me. I hope everybody will have a nice weekend. See you next time.